We're live, pal. I mean, we're not live. I'm recorded because who knows what we said. But Connor, you guys have to scooch in, act like you like each other. You guys are like too far apart, you're out of the frame. Like you've literally power bombed this kid for like 20 years at least.
For the first time. Actually, hold on, because while we're doing this, I'm gonna edit this to where I can get the fucking to make sure the mic's gonna catch the right one. Hold on, I gotta.
Imagine I didn't catch any of it at all. And they
it's not the webcam mic, is it? It's like one of these. Oh.
Yeah, it's trying to catch the webcam mic. Fuck it. I don't care anymore. All right. We're live, pal. We're not live, we're recorded. But we're here. Ricky is finally a guest on the... We talked about this when we first brought this back, that Ricky was going to be here. So, it's our first guest, Dominic.
The first guest? How you guys not had any other guests?
That's not true. Your girlfriend was in literally the last one, but okay.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fair. And you weren't part of it, yeah.
Out of everybody, how you guys not get a guest sooner? Out of all the people that Dom kind of knows and the people that you know, how the fuck have you guys?
They're actually mad. They do want to be guests on here. They do want to be guests on here. They are actually mad. I have gotten some angry complaints from people. They do want to be a part of these. However, I've tried to get Connor so we can do these. Because I have to get him in a room, and then I have to get them in a room, you know?
It just matches up with the schedule, and people
listen, okay? It's been a long time. I had to get some internet right. I had to get the computer right. I had to get
your life right.
Here.
Yeah.
I had to get life right, yes. Yeah. But we still don't got that right. We're getting it, though. We're getting it.
Hey, life's not perfect.
We're getting it. So let's just talk about it. So the first time, Dominic, you ever met Ricky or ever saw Ricky, tell the world the first time you saw Ricky or heard about him.
Okay, so Connor, the lore. So this was like, well, we were probably like 15 at the time or something. So Connor out here somehow at 15, big old Arkansas boy, had like one of those like huge neck beards that he could like stretch out. It was very disgusting. And all of a sudden, he's like, "Come here, my boy." And then like this, I don't know, I think at the time, like 9-year-old child shows up, maybe 11-year-old actually at the time. And he just power bombs the shit out of him. He just picks up him. I mean, here's Connor, who's like, no offense, like 3-4 times. I mean, you were a skinny son of a bitch back then. Still are. But back then, Connor just picked your ass up, dropped you. And I was like, he's dead. I was like, you just literally picked him up like he was a pillow, threw him like the Undertaker's last ride halfway across the room. And he just kept running around like ADHD around, you know. So come to find out, that was where it all started. It was the brain damage from just continuous drops on the head.
How did he watch that happen? How did you watch that happen?
When we were doing the Skype days back. Oh, PTSD.
Wait, you were on. Yeah, I forgot. You used to use Skype a lot back in the day.
I still do for work. That's the worst part. It's still like a in my daily.
It's still irrelevant.
Yeah, for work. So
that's wild. In 2024, Skype is still alive and breathing. That's fucking wild.
I know.
That's up to them. All right, so first time you saw I get power bombed on Skype. Were you in a fucking Skype chat room?
Yeah, it was the Skype back in the day.
It was you. You got to pick you in your top. You know, it's like top 10. You know, you and 9 other people, and that's it. Anybody more you can't call. It's just a chat room at that point. So that was always the fun part. But yeah, it was like our own little WrestleMania whenever Connor would bring you in and beat him up, because nobody, like, my brother didn't live with me. Zach and his brother were never like physical beating each other up. No one else had any like siblings or like brother, cousins, all that. So
I used to hit him with the package pile driver, putting him.
Kevin Owens. That's how he introduced me to Kevin Owens.
Yeah, a package pile driver, ladies and gentlemen, as in on his head.
Yeah.
I picked him up and I said, "To the ground we go," and through the box because we're legends like that here. Okay.
Yeah, he's bringing back so many fucking memories. I still remember Springdale a lot. I still have a lot of fucking memories about everything. So
Yeah.
my memory is very well intact.
You know, scoot back by like 2 inches. No, scoot over here.
This
right
is
there?
this is
Yeah, so
crazy.
that
The
way- and then, like,
Arkansas
so, yeah.
bloodline right here. I mean, we're just missing one more member of the bloodline. That's really it. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Nick just popped in. He brought me this other mic that's not working. So, you know what? I'm gonna break down next paycheck. I'm buying me a robotic arm thing again. So
Oh my god.
I'm gonna give you a better mic because we're gonna get this professionally set up again. I'm getting an L-shaped desk soon, so like,
hell yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Where the hell are you gonna put that?
No, so we're getting a bigger tiny house,
Okay.
and when that gets delivered, we're gonna do some things. We got some things
Are
going
you
on. We got some
connecting
plans.
them like Jenga blocks? Okay.
No.
Who? So
Ricky and Nick's gonna move in here.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
that'll
then
be
we're
good for y'all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we're gonna be moving the studio just like 20 yards
They're gonna be
feet
neighbors.
away.
I like that though, because then
So,
you
yeah.
and your lady have your spot, you know, where you're all craziness, and you have a studio technically, you know, there. So that'll be nice.
Also, before we get off into real life, if any wrestling fans are here, War Games got announced tonight.
Boy, surprise! We're doing
As
War
we were-
Games. Who would have guessed? Wrestling in November.
Hey, listen though. The War Games match itself that was announced has me fucking heated.
Why?
I love it.
Oh,
I
I
love
thought
the
you meant,
idea
like,
of it.
the bad way.
Bloodline games.
Yep. Bloodline Civil War.
Yes, risky.
Part 2, technically, because they did it once at Money in the Bank.
Yep. I'm not gonna lie. I like missed the first little bit of SmackDown. So when Sami Zayn
Man.
like was gonna betray him, I was like, well, this is going a different direction. But then it didn't. I was like, okay. I was like, we're still on track.
That's why they pulled that card. It's why Sammy has proved his loyalty.
So I missed like the first 30 minutes of SmackDown because I had to go to the store to get me food. I come back and I'm cooking food, and then I see the whole. I seen the Motor City Machine Guns match, and I could see everything from there. But the big thing that I wanted to see was
Yeah, that's crazy. Papa H put the titles on them boys immediately. He
Motor
said, "Get these."
City. Dude, those are
Can't
my
put my
guys
fingers
back
together.
in the day. Those are my guys.
I know I got super excited when I seen them like actually come in because we always joked what they would be called, but they actually called them the Motor City Machine
Well,
Guns.
we missed out on
WWE now.
we missed out on beer money because Alcohol Dinero would have been a really good fake name for them back in the day. I forget what we had for Motor City Machine Guns. I think it was like Nerf Central something Rapid Fire or something like that. Like it was something
like,
with like Nerf
it was-
blasters. It was like that was a joke.
Inner City Blasters or something like
Inner
that.
City Blasters, another one. Yeah, anything I wouldn't say gun. You know, like it just. I don't know. Alcohol Dinero was a really good one for beer money.
I just laugh at how like everything's been booked because if you look back at the Pro Wrestling Sim days, we booked half of this, if not more.
Oh yeah, I mean everyone's older now, so it's kind of like weirder. But
I think every time we've booked the Motor City Machine Guns, I think we've slapped the tag titles on them almost immediately,
and the SmackDown titles too, because it just fits better.
Yeah, they just fit on SmackDown.
Yeah,
well, they could have. Back when Raw was clanging and banging with the tag teams like the Good Brothers and American Alpha and American Alpha 2. And
The thing is, we'll probably not see the Carl Anderson Luke Gallows fight the Motor City Machine Guns because Carl Anderson is out with a injury for
he tore his tore his rotator cuff and tore his tricep, tore something.
Gallows isn't doing shit right now.
Gallows was on NXT.
Yeah, but NXT, that's Sean.
By the way, I did not watch any of that 2300 show, but I did watch Trick Williams' entrance this morning.
Mhm.
That crowd was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Williams, the dude's over.
Oh, I only have 3 words to say to that.
I'm pretty sure we already know these.
Flip
three
that
words.
trick.
Well, that's great.
Okay.
It was good. It was good. I don't know.
That was good.
I also feel like Trick Williams has that Bray Wyatt effect.
What do you mean?
He's great until the bell rings. I'm not a big fan of Trick in the ring, so I also really like Ethan Page. So
I'm not gonna lie, I quit watching NXT. I haven't watched NXT in forever. I keep up with what's going on, but I don't watch it actually like live. So
I haven't watched NXT regularly in a long time. No.
No,
last time I
only a
watched it
clip guy.
like regularly was with like Aleister Black, fucking
Velveteen Dream and all that. Yeah.
Ricochet, Pete Dunne.
That was a long time ago. That was a company ago. So.
Back when the Undisputed Era was running Wednesday nights.
And back when Adam Cole's actually still good. No offense.
Adam Cole's not good. Adam Cole looks like a 12-year-old boy.
He's not good anymore. He was good in NXT.
He's having some rough days.
PWG.
Did you see the photo that's circulating Twitter right now?
There's another one. I feel bad for him.
No, one of his kneecap. The one of his kneecap.
Oh, they're going for his kneecap now.
So he's got a spray tan, a perfectly golden spray tan on his thigh and on his calf. But it looks like he spray tanned with his knee pads on. Because right where his knee pad sits is a perfect white, perfect white line. Like,
that's so crazy.
By the way, fish with my hat on, which is why my face is like that. A fish with my hat on. Not recently, no. It was a long time ago. But yeah. So there's that. Adam Cole is looking like a goof.
The man is wifeless. The man got no.
Oh, Britt Baker left. We talked about that on the last episode. That's crazy.
We all know why. We all know why they split up. We all know why. So Colin already gave that answer. So
Adam Cole, a little shrimpy.
Dude, he just wants to play some Uno with Cesaro, dude. He just wants to chill and have a good time.
Look, Cesaro can do so much more. Cesaro can do so much more, so much better.
It's like I'm saying, Tony Khan is not a legit booker. All the people he has on
his peak was the ROH title. I just want you to think about that. That's Cesaro's peak right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, I don't know. I give him kudos for winning the CMLL whatever thing he won.
Honestly, let him go beat Okada for that. You know, the Continental title. Whatever.
I mean, Okada's already taken so many L's anyway. That's all Okada's doing.
Okada lost the aura. All right, that coin drops. I'm like, oh. Back in the day when I heard the coin drop, I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, hold on. Did you see the video of what is his name? Is his name Gabe Kid?
Yeah, Gabriel Kid. No.
Yeah, Gabriel Kid and Kenny Omega getting into the fist fight backstage.
Wait, who's Gabriel Kid? I mean,
he's the new leader of Bullet Club.
There's another new leader.
Is he actually the leader of it?
I'm assuming. I don't keep up with New Japan anymore after.
He's his own hype beast, in my opinion. Like, every time I hear about him, he's always hyping himself up. Kudos to him for that. But it's like, I don't know. I've never got that, like, from seeing him wrestle, or I guess I'm ruined because I always think of Gabriel Kidd of like that dude back in WCPW from a decade ago. So seeing him in New Japan, it's that weird disconnect of like trying to take him serious, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, but there was a fist fight that happened at the last New Japan show where he calls out Kenny Omega for just coming to Japan for a paycheck. And he goes, you don't give a fuck about this company, you don't give a fuck about this business, you're just trying to line your pockets. And he drops a lot of F-bombs, and him and Omega get into a shoving match. And then Gabe Kid, like, smacks the taste out of his mouth, and they go into a full-on brawl. And, like, it sounds like real hits, but, like...
No. No chance.
At that point... Also, Gabe Kid looks like he won that one. So Kenny Omega 0-2 in backstage brawls.
He's having a rough go around, bro. Okay, that diverticulitis, you know, you lose a couple steps.
I don't care. Look. Oh no, you don't. Oh, hold on. What?
I talked to him about this thing. This is
Listen, I'm gonna retort that with 2 words. Brock fucking Lesnar. That was 3, but
I was about to say.
Lesnar.
That guy's a genetic beast, though.
Diverticulitis. I don't care. Diverticulitis almost kills him. Comes back and just runs rampage for like at least 4 years in WWE and puts on classics.
So Omega's gonna come back.
Not
And
like
he's gonna
5-star bangers.
He's gonna just destroy it up. Is what you're telling me. Omega's gonna come in there just.
No, it's Tony Khan. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. Go in there, destroy Okada.
Who was it that he beat in 30 seconds with the One-Winged Angel on AEW? There was a guy that he like literally walked in, V-triggered him, picked him up, One-Winged Angel, boom, and he had like that little look on his face. He was just pinning it.
I hope it was Top Flight.
No, it was before Top Flight was around.
Was this when Kenny was holding all the...
Yeah, that was back when Kenny was the belt collector.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't think he was an actual like.
Probably Kip Sabian or something.
That may have been a jobber.
Yeah.
I do think it was Kip Sabian.
Griff Garrison, one of those guys.
I don't remember. Oh, it could have been Griff Garrison. Hold on, I'm gonna Google this while we're. Kenny Omega squash.
I've even became less of a Kenny Omega fan, a Chris Jericho fan. It's just like, to me personally, and this is my opinion, they're washed. They had their prime. They did what they were doing, and it's just like
Jack Evans.
That's just my opinion.
It was Jack Evans.
Okay, that's a random one. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it was Jack Evans.
That's what Ricky said. Zach and I watched. This is the last time we watched Dynamite. Which wasn't too far ago, but it was Jericho won the ROH title because he beat Mark Briscoe in the ladder war, and that was just the instant, like, I don't know why that decision was made, unless there's truly we're trying to put ROH on TV type of deal going on, which is like, what are we doing? What are we trying to accomplish? Because then you're gonna have like Jericho on Dynamite and ROH TV. You know, kill it. Like, who knows? Like, how many TV shows are all these guys going to be on at the same time? You know, I figured the ROH guys would just be in ROH. Like, some people are in there, it seems like, because they're in like purgatory hell. You know, like Sammy Guevara for some reason is in purgatory in ROH for some reason.
Sammy Guevara is in purgatory because Sammy Guevara can't shut his mouth. No, so you know who I think. Like, if we're going to book the face of Ring of Honor using the AEW Ring of Honor roster, which, by the way, in 10 years will be looked back on as like the WWE ECW. I'm just telling you that now. But if we were to rebook it and have the... Yeah. If we were to rebook it and have one of those guys actually be the face of Ring of Honor, and this is just like a shot in the dark, Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy is the Ring of Honor World Champion. Works. Mm-hmm. Or Shibata. All the talent in the world. Great wrestler. Funny promos because he uses the translator thing.
You know what I would do? I would do the funniest shit if Jack Perry was... I like how you called him Jungle Boy, by the way. If Jack Perry... Sure, that name. If he was the ROH World Champion, I would have it play off and be like, my contract ending, and I'm gonna sign my contract of where I'm going on this belt, like CM Punk did, and it would be like an AEW contract. Like, he's going to the main roster. He's no longer gonna be a part of ROH, and be like, I'm done with ROH. I'm full time AEW again. Like, I would do that storyline for like literally a year of him in ROH. And then like,
because he's already
his last hurrah with the belt, like, he loses it to someone. You know,
he's already spitting in CM Punk's face because he like stole Raven's gimmick, doing the whole like arm out thing, and he's all like, "I am the sacrificial lamb," blah blah blah. Like, I am the scapegoat. It's same thing Raven did in WCW. The only thing that Jack Perry doesn't have is the promo skills of Raven, which will never be ever matched again. Because Bray Wyatt is dead, so he was the closest one. I love Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas is not touching it. Bo Dallas does not have the fear in his voice that Bray Wyatt had, so...
I think he'd be good if he's like a psychological dude, you know?
Yeah. No, like, I could see Jack Perry doing it. Hook maybe. I think Hook is more of a Ring of Honor television guy, but like... Like television champ, not world champ.
Hook just reminds me of young Taz.
Well, yeah, he's Taz's son, so.
But like the guy is technically kind of a beast, and I feel like he should he's been pushed with the FTW title. Let's be honest, I never cared for him.
Hold on, here's a thought. We're not doing anything with the guy that has one of the best power bombs in the business. What about Wardlow? That man had all the steam in the world 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and MJF did his thing, put him over, and Tony Khan did nothing with him.
Yeah, MJF got
Yeah, MJF got squashed out to Wardlow.
I was so pissed about that match. I was rooting for MJF, and then all I kept seeing was multiple power bombs. I'm like, well, this is gonna end. This guy's dead. Like,
dude,
pinned this man already.
The first time I've ever seen CM Punk wrestle in AEW, it was Wardlow versus CM Punk, and it was like Connor versus Ricky, just power bomb after 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 power bomb. Somehow Punk wins, but
that was CM Punk's first match.
No, that was the first time I saw him live.
Oh, live!
The very first time I ever went to like a show and I saw Punk live, it was like I didn't get to see it. Was it like no, it was Dynamite. Yeah, it was Dynamite. But then Collision was way better because I saw, which was his last time. It was him and FTR versus I think House of Black. So like, first time sucked, but the last time was a good send off before what happens. But
hold on. Face of Ring of Honor. Malachi.
Exactly. Yeah.
I could see.
Exactly.
Malachi, Brody. You know Brody because Brody is
Murphy. Murphy's also good.
Okay. I mean, here's the thing: Aleister Black is never going to be world champ of like the big one. I feel like I don't think he'll ever. They'll just never do it. I don't know, but ROH, yeah, you know. So like, literally let.
And he
let him do it there.
Wrestled in Ring of Honor before. So, like, you could technically... Or Ospreay. Shit, you're not really doing much with Ospreay.
Ricochet.
So, like, get him out of that international title thing.
I don't know. I don't know about the Ricochet thing.
Don't even. No, Ricochet would probably put the Ring of Honor World title up his butt. I don't know.
Bobby Lashley with the ROH title. That's insane. That'd be another funny one.
Bobby Lashley. That'd be funny, though, because if Bobby Lashley wins the Ring of Honor World title and then wins the AEW World title, I think him and Christian would be the only guy. No, he would be the only guy to have held the ECW, the WWE, the AEW, the TNA. Ring of Honor, TNA. Yeah, he'd be the first guy to do all that. Like,
but he's technically making history if he actually does that. The man's been doing.
Well, you're cooking with it, like. Or Shelton, if Bobby's going to be on Dynamite, put Shelton on Ring of Honor. He was a former tag champion anyway.
I just don't know, what are they trying to accomplish with ROH TV deal? Like, are you trying to separate the brand? Are they still going to have crossover? What's the point? But, like...
They've tried the brand thing twice now. They did Rampage for Punk. Didn't do anything with it because it's all out. Then they did Collision. They're like, oh, we're going to have separate brands. But then they realized when we do a pay-per-view, everyone's got to be there. And we are stupid and we have our shows on Saturdays. Like
I said, Tony Khan's not a good booker. This is the reason why. It's just that the proof is in the pudding. You can literally see it.
I want to know who's giving him all these damn TV show deals. Like, who's giving him all these TV show deals?
Was that not announced? Oh, has their re-sign been announced yet?
For what?
I thought they signed like a multi.
Because their TV deal was up, like coming up, or like the last time I listened to The Experience, Jim Cornette was talking about how that deal was like they were in talks of renewing, and then after that, it was like I haven't heard anything about it since.
I'm pretty sure they renewed, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with like HBO deal also for like streaming. So I think here,
so HBO, you can do all HBO shit on.
So
HBO
here's
Max.
the whole thing with HBO is like it's basically a shittier version of Peacock. Let's be honest. you get all the shows,
Yeah.
but then you get the pay-per-views at like a discounted price. Like whereas Peacock, it's just there. It's with the deal too. Like
Yeah.
so it's just a worse version
I'm
of
only
the Peacock deal. You know.
I'm paying $6 a month for Peacock Premium with no ads to watch all the wrestling pay-per-views and the shows when they actually put them on there. I'm pretty sure
Premium Plus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure HBO is gonna charge you a fucking arm and a leg. Probably like.
And Netflix is going to be charging an arm and a leg here soon.
Bro, they're gonna be rolling in the dough. You wanna know how much money WWE is going?
I'm gonna pay it. I'm gonna pay it. Look, Connor don't miss wrestling. All right, I'm already pumped for War Games. Only one match or Survivor Series, and only one match has been announced.
I'm hyped for the pay-per-views and the shows for what they're gonna look like all on
All right,
Netflix.
January cannot get here soon enough. The beginning of the road to WrestleMania.
Oh, by the way, isn't it
Cena's
crazy how we're
too.
gonna have back-to-back pay-per-views monthly?
What?
I said Cena's
What'd you
back.
say?
Cena's back too.
Yeah, Cena. Yeah, Cena. Yeah.
That's like the biggest one. We get 1 year of Cena.
All right, well, Dom. Who do you? I know Cena's gonna win the title. There's no doubts about it. Cena is going to get that 17th title. I see Papa H cooking it up. But who do you think is going to stand across the ring to fight Cena for that belt? Who's going to defend it against Cena? What are your thoughts? I talked to Connor about this. Now, come on, we're going down that rabbit hole.
Hold on, are we gonna book dreams like fantasy booking, or are we going like realistic?
I'm saying realistic. Like
realistic, it's gotta be Gunther. Realistic has to be Gunther.
Realistically, Gunther. However, the better story, and it benefits Gunther more, but the better story, the cinema, is Dusty's son. Dusty's son fighting John Cena to beat Ric Flair's, milestone. I think that's a much better story there, but
here is how I book it.
Gunther would probably be the better match too.
This is how I book it. Mm-hmm. At the Rumble, Cena beats Cody.
That would go crazy.
Roman wins the Rumble. Roman wins the Rumble. Rock wins the Elimination Chamber.
That would be one. At
WrestleMania 42, Rock, Roman, Cena, Cody.
That's not bad.
Fatal 4-way for the undisputed WWE Championship.
The fact that Cena would beat all three legends and beat...
No. Look, listen. You want to throw one man into GOAT status? Roman Reigns wins it. No. Roman Reigns wins it.
Brother, I hate to be the bad news for you. The final boss wins that one.
Okay,
he's the final boss, man. Because then, hear me out. War Games, Civil War Part 2. You got the Cena group. Cena, Orton, Punk, Roman, Cody, whatever. Those 5 versus. Hopefully, we have a shakeup because unless you really promote the hell out of this new bloodline, like, I don't know. The Rock is holding all the star power there. Like Solo, like Jacob Fatu is pretty funny, but the other guys, like, I don't know. You need to elevate their status.
Tonga became a star. Tama Tonga's got aura now.
Solo, I'm very happy that Solo beat Roman because that's helped him a lot.
Clean pinfall.
Clean. So that helps him a lot.
I'm not why I still can't believe the storyline of him being the tribal chief. I can't believe it.
He's not the tribal chief. I'm telling you right now. I'm so tired of Solo saying he's the tribal chief.
It makes me believe that he's a tribal chief. Solo reminds me of just a bodyguard.
I want to see them. I want to see Roman. I want to see Roman's team get a 5th member. And then when Roman goes, who you got? And then the Rock's theme hits.
I thought that was going to happen.
And then Solo takes off the Ulafala and then hands it to the Rock. I would supremely nut, okay?
Who's the 5th member?
This is not the 5th member for Roman, this is a wild pick. Cody.
He's already there, is he not? Am I missing something?
No. It's Roman, Sammy, Jay, and Jimmy.
Because I think Cody's going to be defending the title
Okay.
at Survivor Series.
No, they don't have a challenger yet.
No.
They'll probably cook it. It's a slow cook.
I mean, it's looking like it's gonna be Kevin and Randy, but like we don't really need to do that yet. Hold on. I just booked this even better. Hold on. Cody and Randy at the Rumble. Randy beats Cody.
And then
At the Chamber, it's the rematch. Randy beats Cody again. Cody then turns heel, goes all Homelander Cody. We get Cena and Orton at WrestleMania.
Okay.
I mean,
Title 17.
There's literally you can't go.
We never got
wrong.
Cena and Orton at Mania.
There's no wrong direction, honestly, for Cena, because you help out Gunther. You got the story, the final third time with like a Rock. I mean, he's got history of the Roman, the Cody long story is there. Like you can't go wrong any direct. Fuck, I mean, Punk is sitting on his WrestleMania main event. There's that. Like you cannot go wrong in any stupid direction unless you're gonna do Cena versus like I don't know, freaking Austin Theory 2. Like
I don't want to see that again.
You know, like
that or
barely any directions they can go that wrong. You know.
Hold on, I have a very big Vince McMahon-esque fantasy book here.
Eight down.
What if night one? What if night one at WrestleMania? It's Cena and Orton for the world title. Cena wins.
Okay, 17 titles already.
Night two, it's Cody and Cena wins. Like imagine Cena clean sweeping WrestleMania. Like
very Vince thing. That's a very Vince thing right there to be said.
That's a very Vince Mania thing.
Cena already says that this WrestleMania is his last Mania. When does the contract run out?
So his last pay-per-view is supposed to be SummerSlam.
I thought it was December. I thought he was doing a
whole
year. He said a whole year.
So that is what he said, but like Hollywood,
yeah, and plus it depends on like how he put in terms of a year. Maybe just WrestleMania, maybe after Mania, maybe this pay-per-view, that it really hasn't been calculated on when the contract's actually.
I mean, got to do.
I want to see Cena.
He's got to do the Rumble. He's got to do Chamber. He's got to do Mania, of course. I don't know about. We got like some Saudi stuff. We got some like international stuff, like probably like a France and Germany in between them. SummerSlam.
Or Cena wins the Rumble and becomes the first 4-time.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. He could also do that while making history to be a 17-time champion.
I don't know. Cena
because he can win the Rumble.
In the Rumble, but it's cool. Like.
Well, so if they want to book it like he earns it, he comes into the Rumble. He's got to enter number one because Cena's not coming in at 30.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
He's got to come in at number one.
Like,
yeah, he comes in at one. Iron Man's it. It's him and like
that or number 3.
Well, hold on. So the thing that worries me is that Goldberg is getting booked in the middle of this because Goldberg and Gunther's match is supposed to happen.
Yeah, but he's like,
and everyone's saying Survivor Series for Gunther and Goldberg. I'm just really hoping it's not for the world title. As much as I would love one more Goldberg title run.
No, he's putting him in the grave. We're burying that. We're digging that like 35 feet under this time. Because 6 feet under wasn't good enough.
Goldberg not winning. I'm sorry. I like Goldberg, but I don't want to see him win the title.
That man,
I want to see him fight
Goldberg.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
Goldberg, his little fat son grew up. He's a genetic freak now. Okay, his son doesn't need to see him win another belt. The boys are grown up. All right,
yeah. I mean, technically, I don't know if he's even doing it for his son or his family. Maybe it's just for Goldberg's, like...
I think because he wasn't happy last time.
So he announced that he has a retirement match booked in WWE.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying it's Gunther.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
My bad.
Or... I mean, there's multiple ways you can book this because, like, Cena could be the savior and like Goldberg beats Gunther, and then at the Rumble, Cena beats Goldberg. But I don't think Cena getting title 17 on Goldberg is gonna be where everyone goes, "Oh, I didn't see that one coming."
No,
Like,
my thing is, he's fucking with Cody. You have him trying to beef with Gunther, but why is he fucking with Cody?
he didn't fuck with Cody. So Gunther was involved.
Yeah, because
So
I saw
his
Goldberg
target,
show.
it wasn't about Cody. It was about the fact that he wanted Gunther.
Oh, because Cody and him are making eye contact, and he just like.
If Cody fights Goldberg and Goldberg beats Cody,
If you watch
you
the
think
video, like they're looking at each
you
other.
think that Cody crybabies were bad last year? This would only make it worse.
Okay,
I mean,
let's just put this out there. WrestleMania, all the matches, because like I think Gunther and let's say Gunther and Goldberg, that's the WrestleMania send off goodbye match. You know, say they do it there, then that locks up Gunther and Goldberg. Now on the flip side, Punk's probably taking on Seth. So maybe there's that. Then I don't know what we do for Drew and Damian Priest, guys like that. Maybe we do Cody and maybe we do like a 4-way, like I said, a Cody, a Cena, a Roman and Rock. Maybe we do just Roman and Rock, and then we do a Cody and a Cena, or a Cody, Cena, and Orton. You know, but then what does Kevin do? You know, in terms of like guys like Sammy and them, I wouldn't be opposed, honestly. Hear me out. I know we got to flip flop some brains around. I wouldn't be opposed for like a Motor City versus Usos versus Bloodline 2.0 versus Sammy and Kevin, like just a 2v2v2v2 for those belts. Because then I just want to see Usos somewhere, because I know they're not tagging, but I want to see them in there against Motor City. I feel like that's the only possibility. But you got to lock a lot of people down, and tie in a lot of feuds.
I also have one WrestleMania match that needs to be. I don't care if it's jerking the curtain or if it's the middle of the show. I have a feeling they're going to put him up to the main roster before then. But Trick versus Carmelo. Or put them back together and let them be a part of that 2v2v2v2. Because as a tag team, they killed it too. So, like, either they face each other at Mania or they tag up and they join that 2v2v2 fucking.
Well, that depends on if
chaos
like wants to let them go to the main roster, because that dude's cooking with him right now. You'd have to find.
Yeah, but you got a lot of talent in NXT you could still fuck with too, because you got Ethan Page that's going to be there for a hot minute, and like.
And plus, they just
Trick's there now. Trick's there now, like.
I'm really worried though for a lot of guys, like, because we saw like Angelo and Dawkins, Street Profits.
We're fighting for the tag titles next week, I guess.
They're probably going to be in purgatory here soon. DIY, they're going to be in purgatory soon because.
Well, they're going to split. They're splitting DIY. That was teased tonight. They're splitting DIY again.
Like Theory and what's his name? Grayson Waller. Like there's a lot of guys, and then if you add like Trick and Mello there, it's gonna be like this weird purgatory for those NXT call-up guys. That's what I'm kind of worried about, because you have so much star power. Like, where are these guys gonna fit into? Like.
I also hold on. So like, I have. If you don't do a ladder match for the tag titles, you do a ladder match for the U.S. title.
Oh hell yeah,
LA Knight, Andrade, Carmelo,
Gargano, Ciampa,
Gargano, fucking Montez, because Montez doing anything off of a ladder is just insane to me.
Montez doing any high flying is fucking incredible. That guy is.
I think Montez deserves a singles title run anyway. I don't like Dawkins. I never have.
Damn. Okay.
So.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm on his side. I liked Montez's stuff more than Dawkins.
But like, I'm also very mad because they had the LA Knight steamroll last year. LA Knight was on top of the world. He fights Roman Reigns, and it was the only guy at that point, besides Cody, that matched him with aura.
Mhm.
Because when Roman Reigns came out and then fucking LA Knight cut him off, everyone was like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like, he had the aura, and then he won the U.S. title from Logan Paul, and I just feel like he climaxed, and then they were like, oh, what do we do?
I mean, he was over at Crown Jewel. I mean, the crowd's reaction.
Yeah, he was over at Crown Jewel, yeah, because the Saudi crowd's crazy.
As long as he's still over and he's still like generating that popularity from the fans, they're gonna want to use him because he's over. Like the fans love him. He's selling merch like a motherfucker. He's United States champion. The thing is, like, I don't want him to be stuck in the fucking mid card title forever. I don't want him to be stuck there. A lot of
I think LA Knight. Listen, if it's not Cena that wins the Rumble, if it's not Orton, if it's not Punk,
LA Knight.
LA Knight's got to win the Rumble and give him Gunther. Give him Gunther, or if Damian wins the world title next week, LA Knight and Damian. That's not a big one. You can't put Damian across from a lot of guys because Damian doesn't really. Damian and Seth was good. Damian and Drew was good, but like Damian and Gunther was not.
So wait, Damian's getting a title shot for the world title?
Yeah, he's getting his rematch next week. He won the Fatal 4-Way this last Monday.
There's no way he's beating Gunther. They're not gonna let that shit happen on Raw.
I'm saying, but if he does, like,
because Papa H isn't Vince McMahon. Let's be honest. No offense.
The only way I see him beating Gunther is if Goldberg interferes, drops Gunther, and then Damian does whatever that stupid ass rope touch clothesline thing he's doing now.
Yeah, but
I mean,
if he does that, and that sets up Survivor Series for Gunther versus. I mean, there's that possibility. Gunther versus Goldberg Survivor Series.
I mean, is that going to lead us to Damian versus Seth Rollins then for the belts or something? Like, is that where we're going at that point?
Well, if we do that, and Seth gets the belt back, the only guy that is beating Seth at that point, if it's not CM Punk, gotta be LA Knight. Because Braun Breaker can hold on to that Intercontinental title forever.
But what is that going to do for the United States title? Is LA Knight going to have to drop it?
Oh yeah, he would drop it. He would drop it, of course. But like you can give that to really anybody at this point. Andrade, Carmelo.
But if we're doing that, would LA Knight have to drop it at Survivor Series?
It depends what they do next week. I don't. There's a lot. Usually, fantasy booking at this point's kind of easy.
Yeah.
In a little bit of a way, because we all knew Cody was getting there last year. We all knew Cody was going to steamroll his way there.
Because we even talked about it. If Roman would have won, what's the point?
They weren't going to let Roman go 2-up.
I know, but we were talking about that, like that being maybe a thing of Triple H, like having everyone in wraps of like Cody winning, and Triple H just takes a left turn. It's like, oh hey, fuck you guys.
We also thought it was going to be Rock and Roman too. So.
Yeah, that they couldn't do what they did to CM Punk years ago with the whole Vince McMahon thing. Triple H tried that, and the fans literally told him, "No, this is not happening."
I don't know. There's so much you can do.
That's why they made the tag match happen
with the Gunther, Roman, Cody, all that. The 12. My problem is there's so many people now that you can roll into this.
Yeah, because like the WWE has a big ass roster between NXT, Raw, and with TNA. They also got collabs with TNA now. They took that away from AEW.
Just coming in whenever they want.
Yeah.
Here's my question that we haven't brought up yet. What would you guys do with the Wyatt Six for Mania? What's their Mania match?
So you know how we were just talking about Aleister Black, right? And him like probably going to ROH. I literally was telling Connor this: if Aleister was to come back under Aleister Black, have him take out Bo and have Aleister be the new leader.
That or Bo just becomes the talker, and him and Aleister like either team up or they kind of take like a team lead thing.
Because like that's the only thing I could see Aleister doing. Because I would cook. Aleister's a creepy motherfucker.
But if you leave the Wyatt Six how they are,
they're not going to go anywhere.
At WrestleMania, what you could do. And I'm okay. Well, I guess this is how you tie LA Knight into it. The last feud LA Knight had, or the last feud Bray Wyatt had,
was with LA Knight. At the Royal Rumble last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why not have Bo Dallas or Uncle Howdy or whatever the fuck you're gonna call him in this match fight LA Knight at WrestleMania. Because all he has to do is start targeting LA Knight after the Rumble.
But he's
and he
dropping
goes,
that
my
US
brother's
belt then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But,
Yeah.
but the whole lead up could be was a wise man once told you, LA Knight. And that's it. They don't even have to touch after that. Like, they don't even have to. The match is made. Bo Dallas, LA Knight, U.S. title, and Bo Dallas obviously goes over and gives him his first singles title in the WWE. Because unlike Bray,
the first person in Wyatt 6 to hold gold as well.
Unlike Bray, I do not see right now. I do not see Bo Dallas ever winning the world title.
I mean, I don't even think it's in the. I don't see it being in the plans. Never. No offense to Bo, I just like you said, so much talent.
No,
so
give him a cool
name.
custom US title though.
Upset.
You know, give him like a really cool, like corrupted, like a really corrupt, like because the Fiend world title was weird, but give him like a weird corrupted version of the US title. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I would love that. Mountain Dew match part 2. Let's go. So, paint
Mountain Dew Pitch Black Volume 2.
Pitch Black Mania.
I'm not gonna lie. If Bray would have been alive to use that final Fiend outfit that he had created in the documentary, dude, he would have cooked with his second run as the Fiend.
Mm-hmm. Or hear me out.
That would have been wild.
Don't let Bo Dallas fight him. Have Bo Dallas turn into the Fiend.
No. I can't believe it.
It's no. Listen. All he has to do is he goes to Bray's grave. All right.
Okay, that's kind of sad in a good way.
It's in the dirt.
Oh no.
Pulls out the Fiend mask. And then he puts it on, and then all you hear is like a fucking wretched scream. And then it cuts off, right? And then for like a couple of weeks, you just see him like fighting with himself, like.
Yeah.
And then all you hear is heal, and then he's just like, what do I do? And then like LA Knight's like in the ring, he's fighting fucking Andrade at this point, because that's who he's been fighting for the last 6 to 8 months. Yeah, put the fries in the bags, Andrade. You're washed. Anyway, LA Knight drops on his head. Blah blah blah. Bam, BFT. Crowd does the LA Knight, and right before fucking Pitch Black. And then you hear the fucking I don't even know what that wretched sound is. It sounds like bats flying out of the bat cave, but like the wretched sound. Spotlight hits. LA Knight's like in the ring, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then like over his shoulder, I don't know how tall. I don't know if
is
Bo taller than LA Knight.
I mean, with the boots, probably.
I think, yeah.
Oh, so maybe LA Knight's on a knee. Like, maybe he's taking a knee. He's got the belt. He's like, let's go, because he just had a match. And then, like, the Fiend, but it's like Bo Dallas appears behind him, and, like, a new Fiend that fits to Bo. And, like, you could do that. Like, you could do a lot with that. That or Miz and Bo at Mania. I don't like the idea of it, but.
The Miz is a guy that's been in the business for so long, and he's earned his place there, but I don't know what you really could do with the Miz.
I know one match you could at the Rumble, Miz and Cena.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Miz and Cena at the Mania, or not Mania, at the Rumble. I was
watching Cody and Orton's podcast when Cody on his podcast the Traveling Rocket thing.
Yeah,
Orton had talked to Cena the night that he came back from retirement.
Yeah,
announced his retirement, and he literally told Cena, he's like, "One more time, when, where, what place." When do you want to do it? And Cena told him, no, let the cards fall wherever they lie. And if we get booked to fight, then it happens.
Yeah.
And Orton was disappointed. And then Punk told Cena the same thing. Like, if you want to fight, when, where, what place? And Cena told Punk the same thing.
Okay, hold on.
It's like Cena's not trying to rush anything.
Hold on. So Dominic, you know as much as this means to me. You book John Cena's final opponent. Who you got?
This is the question I asked that we brought this all up on. He still has to make this decision. We went so often left field, but we're back. You got this, man.
There's a lot of people who get picked there.
Amanda says Orton.
No, I'll tell you why I wouldn't do Orton. Because he got the honor of finishing off Triple H.
That's true.
So but that wasn't like, no one knew that was.
I would do Cody.
Triple H.
I would do Cody. I don't know.
Here's
That's
my
the one
out
I
of
would
left
do.
field answer.
So
Out of left field.
yeah.
John Cena's final opponent. AJ Styles.
Okay, I'll give
I mean,
you AJ's really on the shelf right now, brother. I would love that, but he's really on the shelf.
But listen. Just because back when we were TNA diehards, the dream match was always John Cena, AJ Styles.
We already did that. Beat up
We
John
did,
Cena.
and it was good.
We got
It
to
was
beat
good
up.
every
We got
time.
to beat up John Cena.
Hashtag beat up John Cena. But
So
how cool would it be?
Yeah, the crazy thing was
Extreme Rules Philly or whatever.
The 16-time world champion.
And he beat him in the 16th. So he's got to be on the retirement tour.
Fastlane, right?
Nah, it was the Rumble. The Rumble that year.
Rumble. Yeah.
okay, here's if I had to pick like a new guy to beat John Cena, pass on that legacy, the grand finale, goodbye. That's a brand new guy that hasn't done it, like Theory or Solo, has done it, or someone from like the past, like who's had time with him, like the Cody, the Roman, or the Punk, the AJ, all that. I would do Mello. I would let Carmelo be like the final send off. So I think that would help him. But just because I couldn't think of anybody in NXT that would come up quick enough to do it and be worthy of it, and Mello would get a good momentum from it. LA Knight would be cool too, personally, but I feel like LA doesn't need that. I feel like he's really.
I don't think he does.
So I think Mello, that'll be really helpful for him. So.
Hold on. Listen, we're talking about guys that have never fought Cena. Getting that rub match.
I mean, Mello has.
I don't like the hype train that this guy's on, but I catch myself barking. What if it's Braun Breaker?
It's not Braun Breaker. I tell you what, Braun Breaker should retire. I'll tell you this though.
This podcast.
I'll tell you this: Braun Breaker should retire Goldberg. That's a way better story.
Shut your fucking mouth right now.
What's that tattoo he's got? What's the tattoo he's got? It's the Goldberg tattoo.
I will tattoo it right now if that means all you gotta do to retire Goldberg is have the tattoo.
Do it.
I should retire Goldberg.
Do it. Get the Goldberg tattoo. Retire his ass so I don't have to see him ever again.
I'll hit him with a spear. Spear, jackhammer, spit, repeat.
Spit or repeat is wild. Hawk 2 on him, bro.
Hit him with that Tua.
Let me talk to
Let me talk to him.
I'd be mad.
I don't know. This is the first time in a long time where the road to WrestleMania could get real chaotic real fast. Like,
I mean, yeah, but also interesting. It's keeping fans in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is going to be a very entertaining year.
And the fact that we don't got a Rumble in January and now it's in February.
It's only 7 days. Like,
yeah, but Papa H is doing a lot of new things. He's bringing.
Yeah, but it was only extended. It was only extended like 7 days. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, it's a whole different month." It was only a 7-day difference.
You know who else could?
In February is more better because they like pay-per-views.
You know who else could put Cena on the shelf? That would be like believable as another weird, like younger guy who could do it. Dominic Mysterio.
Enzo Amore?
No, Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic.
Why would you say Enzo?
Hold on.
Enzo's not coming back.
That's a good one
because it elevates him. I mean, he's already doing
Dominic to retire
stuff. Yeah.
And plus, the guy can't even speak as a heel. The fans hate him that much. That's so good, though. He's that good as a heel.
Hold on. The only way that I accept this is if he gets AA'd on a pile of chicken tenders.
That's not happening. Thumbtacks, maybe.
You know what I would love? Oh my
John Cena get under the ring. What?
You're cutting out, by the way. So sorry. That's why I'm talking over you whenever you're like cutting out. But I would love, you know how Cena, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm imagining this, it was Cena and Eddie Guerrero in like a backstage brawl where they had like all the cars. I would love Dom and Cena a parking lot brawl. That would be like a fun callback.
Only if John Cena wears the Brian Urlacher jersey again, and then Dom wears the Latino heat.
I mean, it would fit with the storyline as Dominic kept saying that Eddie was his real father with the whole Ray beef that was going on. It would fit. It would just be against Cena this time.
That would be a fun one.
And bring the lowrider. Lowrider should be introduced. He drove the lowrider to the last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just bring that same lowrider. Shit would be awesome. And then have Cena added some adjustment on the lowrider. That'd be fire. So.
Also, though, like, I really want to see, like, and this is a weird thing for me. I want Rhea to leave Buddy in real life.
Oh, what the hell was that?
Why?
She just needs to be with Damien. Dude, there is so much sexual tension. There's so much sexual tension between them two.
That's wild.
Yeah. Listen, I only say that. I don't say that to be weird and like out of context. What I was gonna say was I want to see a WrestleMania marriage, and that just makes so much sense.
WrestleMania marriage. I
mean, we were gonna see one because Nikki and Cena were gonna do it, and then like
Cena told her, "I don't want children,"
and Cena was like, "No."
And then Nikki said, "Oh, you don't want children? Well, it's over. I'm gonna go date this guy who's on Dancing with the Stars." And
then well, not only that, like, he also ended up beating the shit out of her.
Karma's a bitch.
They had a kid together. He beat the shit out of her. Went to jail a few times.
At least Cena never put his hands on a female.
That we know of.
That's her fault.
That we know of, allegedly.
Vicky Guerrero.
I think Cena's a woman abuser.
Stop it.
I don't like Vicky.
That's not a woman.
I hated Vicky.
That's not a woman.
I never liked Vicky. I hated her the most.
Hold on. If we're gonna book John Cena's retirement tour, how much money does Papa H have to give Tony Khan
to get Edge?
To get Edge one night.
I don't think Triple H is gonna do that. Triple H.
No, hold on. All cards on the table. All cards on the table. Let's say that this is even remotely a possibility. Elimination Chamber's in Toronto.
This year?
This year it's in Toronto. No. He doesn't have to leave. Triple H calls Tony Khan in Jacksonville. But damn, Connecticut number is calling a Jacksonville number. Tony Khan answers. Papa H goes, "Yo, name me the price for Edge for one night. I will split profits with you." Tony Khan gives him a number. We get Edge and Cena one last time.
That would be wild. That would cook. Because him and Edge did.
Because listen, I'm tired of Edge coming out to 23 people. Okay? I need him to see a stadium again, all right? I don't like that look, Dominic. I don't like that look.
I'm just thinking, like, what's the payoff trade here? Is that if we make this deal of like for one night we get to have Edge out there with Cena just to wrestle. I don't know. Maybe they team up. I don't know. But I feel like Cena's got enough friends he could call upon.
One last time.
But just why? But
no, okay. Edge versus Cena one last time.
It would have to be a storyline.
Just because we're doing it. Just because we're doing it, okay. Who's AEW get in return?
For one night?
For one night.
Nah.
Listen, hold on. I can book this whole thing right now. I can book this whole thing right now.
Who is it?
Listen.
One night.
February.
One night.
Elimination Chambers in February, right? Okay. Do you know what happens in March in AEW?
What happens in March?
Revolution.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega wins the AEW World Title for the third time, I think. Second or third time. Listen, he wins the AEW World Title, right? Mm-hmm. He's doing his good night, and goodbye. And as soon as he goes to go, bang, cult of personality hits.
Same thing that happened with Bryan Danielson.
Punk doesn't say a word.
Punk
doesn't say a word. He walks down to that ring that is surrounded by 12 people, and he picks up Kenny Omega, and he just beautiful GTS tears his fucking ACL in the middle of it. Blows his ACL, PCL, MCL, blows his Achilles tendon, whatever else is in the leg that can be torn.
Why would you want him to be injured on
Because anytime Punk enters the ring at this point, he gets hurt. Just blows him away with a GTS, and that's it. That's all you got to do. Because then Punk shows up on AEW. Now people are thinking he's going to show up again. Now for 2 weeks, you sell out. And then Triple H goes, there you go. I made you money.
I mean, I can tell you who I would do. For one night, okay. So say we're still playing this Jon Moxley storyline, okay. He's still our world champion, by the way. So Moxley's out there. He's shit talking. He's feuding with somebody, okay. Maybe at this point, you know, your Kenny Omegas or whatever. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Here's where the match is going with this. Is that you're going to have Seth Rollins come out to take on Jon Moxley. So that's what I would do.
Cook.
That's what I would. So.
Or Moxley is like talking shit. He's like, I'm the best man in the BCC. I was the best man in my faction over there. I'm the best wrestler on the planet. I'm number one. I'm a chief. Hell, call me the tribal chief. And then Roman Reigns comes out on AEW television.
I just love how we're booking. I love how we're booking that the AEW guys lose both times. That's my favorite part. Is that Moxley loses and Edge loses.
Listen, okay, look.
Are you
going to have Seth Rollins go to AEW to lose to Jon Moxley?
Yeah.
No. Jon Moxley's a douchebag. I'm tired of people saying Jon Moxley's the savior of AEW. The ratings have went down since fucking Jon Moxley got the belt again.
It's been like 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks. That's Jericho's fault. That's Jericho's fault. All right, I'm putting that one on Tony Khan and the Jericho Vortex. So
Jericho's a good part to play, but
I actually like the gimmick, which is crazy. People hate it, but
I specifically tuned in to watch Bryan Danielson win the AEW World Title. As soon as he lost it, I have not watched it since. I've seen highlights and weird promos. That's about it.
Brother, he was gonna drop that belt immediately. He's got a family, all right. They put that belt on him as a big huzzah, but then they were like, we got to get that shit off of him ASAP because he's got a family. So we're lucky we got the Nigel match. They shotgunned that in between, you know. So
I'm so mad. That happened on free television. Not like you're gonna sell out anything ever again, but the fact that I'm shitting on AEW a lot. I apologize. I actually liked AEW for a long time, but after they fired CM Punk, like
that was my WCW.
That was
my WCW, ladies and gentlemen.
They gave me one more Sting run, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And then they took away CM Punk from me.
Yeah, they literally fired
him. Good CM Punk. Ring of Honor Punk was back, okay? I was happy for
This is what happens when you beat up on VPs who are bitches and they get by with everything, and then you fire the guy who did the correct thing, and you keep the bitches around the company and you pay them. I mean, I'm not happy about it.
Re-signed them
and gave them more money and gave the Young Bucks a fucking tag team title match, and they won. And then you just go and you give Hangman the world title. I don't like fucking Hangman either. I'm not a Hangman. I'm not a cowboy fan. I don't like cowboy shit.
I'm just more mad about the video game. I'm still salty about that. I'm still salty about that one. You're telling me all these little video gamers made that? Nobody collectively was like, they were like, oh, fucking No Mercy is the greatest thing in the world. You're telling me nobody was like, universe mode, a wrestling game needs a booking GM mode and a universe mode. We're just going to survive off of a 5-minute exploding death match.
Yeah, and they had THQ making the whole fucking game.
Not a single new match type that was free. I mean, whatever, we had the Stadium Stampede, but I'm talking about like actual like a cage match or, you know, additional ladder match. You're telling me and all the DLCs are expensive as hell. You had to pay for like, who put that shit together? I just want to know.
Hold on. So before we even get close to wrapping this up, I do have, because this has turned into a wrestling episode. We knew it was going to happen.
We never planned anything for this. We just hit record.
Yeah. So I have one idea that would save AEW. It will never happen. I'm not saying AEW is going to crumble, but the idea I have will never happen. But how cool would it be if it fucking in like October? Because listen, on October 5th specifically, we had AEW and WWE do a super show.
I would lose my mind. I would.
One is the main event. The main event has to be Roman, Seth, Moxley.
I mean, that would cook. That would sell tickets. That would give.
Who was the man? Because all of them have claimed to be the best out of that faction. We know who the real best is. We know who the original best is. Acknowledge him. But
I'm acknowledging him now.
we gotta find the answer. Because you can do a lot there. Punk versus Omega.
That would cook.
We can do that. MJF versus Cody.
Oh, damn. You're cooking with that storyline.
Yeah, I'm cooking.
MJF and Cody. And
Jericho and The Miz. Both of them need to retire. Jericho and The Miz.
But who's running that retirement match?
The Miz. The Miz is tapping Jericho out.
If Miz was to make Jericho tap like a bitch in his like 50
FPR versus the Usos versus the Machine Guns versus the Young Bucks versus Top Flight. I just put them in there to piss off Dominic. Versus DIY.
That's a crazy tag match though.
LA Knight.
Top Flight wins that.
LA Knight versus Jack Perry.
Ooh, bad boy Jack Perry.
Why would it not?
Yeah,
why would it not be
Jack
LA
Perry.
Knight versus MJF?
Ooh. No.
That would cook.
No, MJF and Cody.
No. LA Knight would basically say, "I'm better than you, and you don't. You don't
Yeah.
know it. But if I beat you, I'm better than you."
Then it goes.
Yeah, exactly. And then MJF like gets on this whole tirade of like copying LA Knight, has to like do the whole yeah.
And then you can do Alex versus Cena. Because you get AEW. Oh my god, let me cook here. Edge and Cena.
Right.
And then you can do Bo versus Alistair. Or Malachi here. Or the White Six versus the House of Black. You can do that.
But who would take over the House of Black if Alistair left?
But we're not going to talk about that right now. And then,
There has to be a
and then
sort of thing.
You could do Christian, who's calling him, everybody has to call him Daddy, versus Randy Orton. Because he told Rhea, Daddy's back.
Yeah,
Put a whole storyline there. And because he could be like, hey, Randy, your dad's a failure. Daddy was riding Roddy Piper's coattails, but it's okay, Randy. I'll be your new daddy.
No, you do.
And then Randy just drops him.
No.
Absolute.
No.
Beautiful RKO.
No, here's what you do with this. You do Christian Cage and Dominic Mysterio versus like Ray and like Hook or something. And it'll be like, yeah, don't worry, Dominic, I'll be your father because you have a father and he's a piece of shit, Ray Mysterio. Like, he's like, I wish Ray was dead, you know.
And then you can have Will Ospreay and Ricochet take on Andrade and Trick Williams. Or not Andrade, Carmelo and Trick Williams. I don't know why I'm saying Andrade a lot.
Put the tag titles
I hate Andrade.
Would you put the tag titles in that mix?
No, I'm not putting the tag. No, the tag titles happen in that FTR Uso thing. And then you can have fucking the Beast Morto. What the fuck are they calling him now? Is it the Beast Mortos now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking Beastia from TNA.
You know, women.
And he can take on Braun Breaker.
But you haven't spoken.
Oh, women's wrestling does. Rhea Ripley versus Britt fucking Baker in Pittsburgh.
I want to see Liv on the card. Liv has to fight
Liv
something.
Morgan versus Mercedes. Oh no, Bayley versus Sasha.
Oh yes, that's cool.
Let that story finish, and then you could do Liv versus what is that dumb bitch's name?
Oh, I would love Charlotte.
No,
I would love Charlotte and what's her name? Oh my gosh. She just did the women's title run of the century.
Tony Storm.
Tony Storm and Charlotte, yeah.
I would cook.
That would cook. Yeah, because they were doing that thing on SmackDown, and then like this fucking Tony left. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I like this Tony in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. Then you could do like an honor rumble because they always like to do those weird casino rumbles, right?
Yeah, that's sort of thing.
Hold on though, the ace because they always do like an ace. They have two aces, an AEW ace and a WWE ace, and I don't know why I want to see this happen.
Oh, no.
Okada
the
and
AEW
Shinsuke?
The AEW ace is Okada.
Yeah.
Okay. Coin drops, crowd pops because he's finally on the big show.
Yeah.
All right.
He's finally made it. He's
the WWE ace just to ruin anyone's hopes and dreams of Okada winning. God, this would be hilarious. We know that this man is a black man destroyer, but what if Brock Lesnar was the WWE ace? All hope for Okada is gone once that beat drops. Once that fucking hits and fucking everyone's like, oh, Brock Lesnar's winning.
And plus,
like,
Brock Lesnar hasn't been seen on WWE.
And then Brock Lesnar enters that ring and just beats down he throws Okada back to Japan. Just throws him so far. Just German suplexes. And then Tony Khan comes in the ring and like Triple H is like gonna shake the winner's hand, right? Like he's gonna shake Brock's hand. Brock picks him up F5. Tony Khan getting F5 would be the greatest thing ever.
That's not where I was going with that. It's like before the match happens, like Tony Khan's backstage, like telling Brock the plans. Oh, like Brock arrives, like, oh hey Brock, like this is the
you can't have him be seen. Like Brock be seen yet.
No, I know. Like I'm saying, like behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
Tony Khan's telling Brock, oh, like you're probably not gonna win this match. Like here's what's happening. Brock looks at the script. He looks at H and he's like,
that doesn't work for me, brother.
And he just walks out there as soon as he just walks out there and he beats up like half the dude's fucking talent and then wins. And then Tony Khan's like,
I don't know what else you would throw on that Super Show, but I think I've just booked the Super Show of the century.
I mean, tag title. What about the TNT title?
No one gives a fuck about that title. Who even is the TNT champion right now?
Who is that Dominic? I'm pretty sure you know.
Jack Perry.
He's still the champion?
He has a custom belt.
Wait, is he pulling a Dean Ambrose?
He's got a custom belt. I'm pretty sure he's still champ. Let me see.
How long has he held the title for?
I know he won it. Like, he defended it all in against Darby in that coffin match.
He beat for it.
Yeah, it's Jack Perry. He's got the custom belt. So
yeah, that's right. He made the dead TNT title or whatever.
Wait, how many days does he hold the title for? Does it tell you, or it just tells you he's the champion?
129.
We ain't been champion that long.
Yeah, because Dean Ambrose held the United States for like what, fucking 500?
We held it for a year.
Yeah. So yeah, 300 plus days as champion.
Yeah, 365. Yeah, but no, I don't.
He fucking rarely defended that title.
I don't know if you book a whole lot of title matches because then, like, if a WWE guy wins an AEW title, then they have to like.
But if it's Tony Khan and H cooking and they're actually partners, not partners.
No, hold on. I kill that whole thought. I kill right after the main event.
Yeah.
Everyone's in there. They're shaking hands, like pictures being done, right? And then Triple H grabs Mike. He goes, "Oh, hey, Tony, I have something to tell you. I spoke to your dad this morning. And he gave me a contract for ownership of AEW. And the contract doesn't read McMahon. And it doesn't read Khan. It reads Levesque. Paul Levesque.
He would own SmackDown.
And then he goes, hey, Tony, and if you're not down with that, I got two words for you. And then Shawn Michaels out of nowhere super kicks him. So he's already 8 and F5 at the opening of the show. Now he's getting super kicked.
Tony Khan's being shitted on his own show.
And then Vince McMahon comes out, does this like little power strut, and gives him the world's worst stunner. just because it's Vince McMahon.
That's
So before we wrap this up, what are your thoughts on Vince McMahon? The whole like
documentary.
Rumor mill.
the Netflix.
Oh, the documentary, the rumor mill that he's coming back to entertainment.
Well, let's talk about the rumor mill. We'll get to the
Wait,
documentary.
there's a rumor he's coming back.
No, not that he's coming back. There's a rumor. The rumor that I'm talking about is the rumor that apparently him, Bruce Pritchard, and Michael Hayes are starting their own wrestling promotion.
I don't believe that. I know entertainment, maybe something, but I don't believe wrestling. I could see them do something like try to open up like something broadcasting wise, maybe, but I highly doubt like wrestling or MMA or anything else or XFL style. Like, I think open up something in the venture realm of maybe,
porn.
Like, yeah. I mean, hey, that'd be perfect for them, wouldn't it? So, like, I don't know. No chance in hell for the wrestling side of that because
no chance in hell productions.
No chance in hell productions. The guys, dude, you're old enough. Just retire, enjoy the rest of your life, and get out of the public sight. Like, to save what little credibility you would have left. Like, literally, you lasted the problem was he lasted too long in the public sight. Because he was
in the public sight for like the better part of 50 years.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is he was getting too much power, and see what happened to him. So
if Vince McMahon runs for president, I'm voting for him.
He's gonna be dead by then, man.
Don't say that. I don't want to hear that.
He's old as
I don't want to
shit. That's the crazy part. Is he's outlived a lot of. Like, think about all the wrestlers he's outlived. I mean, he probably will outlive the Flair, the Hogan, like people who like had major injuries, heart conditions, all that. Like, he'll still outlive them. I mean, he outlived Dusty, Piper.
I don't know if he'll outlive Hogan. Hogan's doing something. He's drinking the fountain of youth because that man has not aged. Like he's like, you can tell he's aged, but he hasn't like aged. Like Flair, you can take a picture of Flair from 10 years ago to now, and he looks like dog shit.
He's got that Florida water.
Yeah, Hogan drinking the fountain of youth.
Something's going on down there in Florida.
His strength is gone because it took him forever to rip that Trump shirt. But like,
yeah, he was like,
he didn't cut the neck. That was the problem. He got to the neck and he's like, oh, that's not ripped. What the hell? What the hell, brother? So now the documentary. Now I know me and you talked about it, and we said there wasn't much that we didn't already know.
Yeah. The thing that messed me up was the whole Shane thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. That kind of made me like tear jerk a little bit.
That made me tear up because it was so, like, you could tell Shane the happiest moments of his life were being with his family. It was his sons being there at Mania. It was him, going out there, returning, proving to his father, but ultimately, and spending time with his father from the early 2000s, the fun shit with DX, but ultimately when it should have been Shane's time to pass on the reins from Vince to Shane. Vince was like, you're gonna have to kill me. And it's like, Shane, the problem was Vince McMahon bought out the company from his father and made so much more money out of it. Shane McMahon never got the opportunity. And I find the whole thing of like, well, Shane thinks the UFC would have been good. He should have spent his own money for it. It's like, homie, like, so I find it really sad though, like that whole point. And that's where I could see Shane do something with AEW, but I feel like that margin now has passed, and it's like, why would you do it now? You should have done it.
I think the only way that Shane gets involved with AEW is if Shane walks up to Tony Khan and he says, give me Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Because listen, Shane has enough know-how from Vince, from his booking, from Triple H's booking, from he was hanging out with Bischoff, and he was hanging out in the early WCW days with Raven, and he hung out with Paul Heyman, so he knows how Paul Heyman booked ECW. Like, all the people that Shane McMahon hung around, all that knowledge that he probably sponged up, like he could I'm not going to say turn Ring of Honor into competition for WWE, but I think he could definitely do better than what it's doing now.
Well, here's the thing. You go full circle. You know what I mean? Because when Tony bought ROH, he says, I bought ROH in the contract. It doesn't say Shane McMahon, you know, like he, for some reason, said that.
He's not here.
Shane's not here. Like,
Say that.
it goes full circle. You know, like it does, like history. That's what I'm telling you. ROH. Tony Khan has a funny way of like long-term booking helping himself. Like he's not doing that on purpose. It just kind of helps him. So like,
Yeah,
that's, you know, that could help him is like, bring Shane in there for ROH, because then everyone's gonna have eyes on ROH. You know, you think they're gonna have eyes on ROH because they're doing the Congo collective versus the military infantry guys. Like,
so if Shane does get involved, the chance of a AEW and WWE partnership, at least in my mind, has to go up a smidge.
yeah,
Like I'm not saying a large portion,
no.
but I'm saying because Stephanie and Shane are very close. Like it was obviously said.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to think that at some point.
Because Triple H has no bad blood with AEW. Like Triple H.
I'm not gonna say that. I wouldn't say he doesn't have any bad blood. Tony Khan needed to stop tweeting. Like that's.
Well, no, that's Tony Khan. I'm saying like the company wise, Triple H has no beef. Maybe it's the CEO because Tony Khan's a fucking bitch who can't book his own company.
He is booking his. That's the problem. Look. Vince McMahon was smart. Vince McMahon knew that at a certain point he could not book all of it. That's why he hired a writing team. That's why the Kevin Dunns existed, the Vince Russos, the Jim Cornettes, the JRs, the Michael Hayes, the fucking championship committee. That's why all that shit existed. Tony Khan's an idiot who wants to book this whole thing by himself, and he was doing good the first year, and now it's like, Bubba, you're fucking doing nothing now. Like, attendances went down dramatically, and we're not going to talk about All In. All In will always be cool because it's fucking London. They would go to see a homeless man get beat up, okay? They would buy tickets to it, all right?
And the first thing is the biggest draw and the biggest sell of that night was CM Punk. Let's keep it.
No, All In's biggest sell this year was Ospreay.
The biggest sell and the biggest draw was CM Punk and Samoa Joe. Besides MJF.
MJF wasn't even that hot yet. He was hot, but he was
hot feud that was over. But Punk
I don't think MJF and Adam Cole should have main evented.
It's kind of sad. And like, hear me out. Tony Khan, right?
Yeah.
Fiery year with AEW, his first year in. Punk, what was it? Tony Khan's third year when Punk arrived? Second year?
Third
year, right? It's like his third year. You're telling me this motherfucker can't draw $1 million house until CM Punk shows up on pay-per-view television?
Yeah, it was the first $1 million gate, yeah.
Like CM Punk said, tell me when I'm telling lies. Numbers don't lie, people do. Like, why? Why is this a thing? Why is this guy having to come out of his retirement for 11 years? Not only to 7?
Yeah, 7.
What? I thought he said 11. No, he said he was gone from wrestling for 11
Yeah, he said he was gone from wrestling for 11 years.
He was missing WWE. But basically, why does it take an ex-WWE guy who has not been present to show up on AEW television and draw $1 million house for your fucking pay-per-view? Tony Khan,
hold on. I'll answer that question. And Dominic's not really going to know about this because he was not a WCW guy.
You were not a WCW.
Let me tell you.
No, I'm not that.
Ted Turner built his company on the back of an ex-WWF guy by the name of Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. The only guy that they built from the ground up was Sting, Goldberg, and Diamond Dallas Page. That was it. Yeah. AEW, I will give credit, has built, well, no, I don't know. Maybe Darby.
Darby and MJ. But
MJF was on MLW. He was already on national television because of that. Darby Allin, maybe Jack Perry. Yeah, I'll give Jack Perry.
Because Jericho was already a fucking sort of legend.
Not Moxley because WWE.
Yeah. Gorlo?
You have any other like homegrown names for AEW, Dom? Wardlow. Well, I wouldn't say he's a superstar yet.
Brian Cage. I mean, Brian Cage
Brian
won
Cage,
MLW.
yeah.
I mean,
He was doing
homegrown AEW names: Darby, Jack
Yeah.
Perry, Sammy Guevara, MJF, all those pillar guys.
MJF was MLW.
He already had television presence.
He just took his gimmick from MLW over to AEW.
Okay.
MLW. Look, hold on. The first two Dynamites could not beat MLW. Watch an MLW rating versus the first two AEW shows. They didn't beat them.
And not just that, but I mean, look, Triple H was even watching MLW. Because why the fuck do you think we got Jacob Fox?
Well, MLW also sued WWE, so.
Why'd they sue him?
Because of that fucking, they were going to do a talent agreement thing, and then something fell through. I don't remember that.
But was it on their end, or was it on? I don't think it was on WWE's end, probably.
I don't remember how that whole thing fell through, but.
I mean, we still got Jacob Fox too, though. But I mean,
I don't know. I don't. So, Dominic, before we wrap this up, what are your thoughts on AEW now?
It's hard to watch. It's really hard to watch. Like we were saying before we started recording with Ricky, enough stuff going on in real life, and if wrestling's not like, oh, I gotta watch every week, I'll just watch the YouTube clips. AEW, I was watching it every single week on a Wednesday. It became my WCW of like, wow, we're in that 2001 era. So it's like we can recover. I feel like there are smart logistical decisions you can do to make it recover, but it's will they follow through with it is the question here. So
it's I have not watched a full Dynamite show in a very long time.
And that's Dynamite. We're not talking Rampage or Collision. They have two other shows. Collision is 2 hours. Rampage is an hour. They're about to get an ROH show. What the hell? Like, and then they have like 15 bajillion YouTube shows. Like,
the last Ring of Honor show I watched from beginning to end was the one where the Briscoes fought FTR in the tag team dog collar match. That was the last. That was the last Ring of Honor show I watched from beginning to end.
So wow.
That's been.
And Jay Briscoe's been dead for a year, so I know the show was like at least 2 years old now.
Yeah, that was a while. I mean, that was like that was the very last thing before he passed away. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Like that was it. Like that was the last thing that I've watched.
The fact that waking up like the week later after that happened, and then all I just see is like Jay Briscoe like all over my feed, and I'm like looking at him. Like at first I thought it was the same thing with like with Bray. I was like, there's no fucking way. Like no, this is fake. And then when I went to the thing and like AEW had put the post out, I was like, you're fucking kidding me, right? Like
I was taking a plane ride to California, and I remember getting off of that plane ride, and that was like the first thing that just was blowing up my phone when I got connection was what happened to Jay Briscoe. So yeah, that was kind of crazy, that whole situation in the next couple of days. So
it was kind of crazy how I found out because I was watching the pay-per-view where Adam Cole wins the Ring of Honor World title, and Jay Briscoe had to hand Adam Cole the Ring of Honor World title, and because it was like right after, because Jay got hurt, so he had to fucking relinquish the title. And then like I'm watching that, and then I'd seen the tweet pop up, and I was like, oh, that's fake. And then like 2 hours later, Zach calls me, and he's like, bro, look at Facebook. I look at Facebook and just fucking RIP Jay Briscoe, Jay Briscoe, Jay Briscoe. And the first thing I saw about it was, and I found out later this to be fake, was that he got into a car accident because he was high, and he almost killed both of his daughters, but he died. And I was like, oh, he's a piece of shit then. Well, later that got debunked, and a drunk driver actually hit them. So, like, PJ Briscoe is still one of the best in the world. And I'll say it, they did exactly what you should not do, and I thought AEW learned the lesson with WWE. Mark Briscoe got a pity world title reign.
And then he lost to Jericho.
They lost to Jericho. Not even somebody worth a shit. Like, I thought he was going to lose to somebody in the whatever the fuck, conglomeration. That's a dumbass tag team name, by the way.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not a Jericho fan anymore. Jericho's washed and the guy needs to retire. Like, hands down. I don't know if I'm going to get any hate for that.
Put the fries in the bag, Jericho. You're washed.
The man has been in AEW long enough. He's held almost every title. Well, was he an AEW tag team champion?
No.
He's held the world title.
They fought for the tag titles. They didn't win them.
He's held the world title. He's held the ROH world title.
That's it. He was the FTW champ.
That's
okay,
it.
so 3. So
FTW,
he's held 3 titles. So I mean, he's already made history in AEW. Just go home. Go play with your band. You've made millions. You're fucking in movie action.
You took away my team.
I know. But that's when it stopped being fun. That's when it stopped being fun.
Yeah. Jericho plummeted when they took the theme song away. But
wait, what theme song? Did they
Judas?
Judas?
Yeah, they took Judas away. He's not even coming out to Judas anymore.
What? How the fuck does that happen? That's his own band.
He's coming out to some douche ass Fozzy song that's "I am the learning tree."
Is Judas being overplayed and the people didn't.
No, it's
just because he's a heel. They don't want him.
Oh, he doesn't want to be that fan favorite. He has to play against the yeah. That's understandable. Well, choose a better song. There's so many other good Fozzy songs.
So before we wrap this up,
you've said that
Dominic,
5 times.
I know. I just always think that you want to wrap this up. I'm sorry. So
we are at 1 hour and 30 minutes, so we are very much going overboard just because of the Jericho hate right now. But yeah,
you're welcome.
We're having a good conversation.
You're welcome.
I fuck with podcast.
So we are a couple weeks away from Survivor Series.
Yes, sir.
The War Games match was announced. Bloodline versus Bloodline. And from what I'm understanding, I'm assuming from what Roman said to Solo, I think the Ulafala's on the line. I'm not completely sure. Because Roman challenges Solo. Solo says, I'm going to challenge you.
But my thing is, what happens to everybody else after that match besides
Hold on. I just want to talk about, before we get to the end of the conversation, the 2 confusing promos of the week. Sami Zayn's promo irritated the shit out of me. So his first promo was, I'm not going to do this, but we need to do this. And I'm like, okay, well, are you in or are you out? And then Roman goes, tonight, he goes, I challenge you 1-on-1. And then Solo goes, I challenge you to find 4 guys. And I'm like, what? What are we doing here? All right?
Solo's kind of a pussy. The man can't fight Roman.
And then, they're like War Games, they do the Bloodline thing, Sammy kicks fucking Solo in the mouth, and fucking we do all that. Now we get War Games. Dominic, give me your Survivor Series card real fast.
Who's
everything you know right now? Give me the Survivor Series card.
Give me a second. Look at the WWE roster just to make sure. Okay, so we know War Games that match. I'll do the winners. I'll do the winners too. Okay, I'll do the winners too.
Gonna be 5-on-5?
Okay, I don't know. Right now it's 4-on-4. So
they were counting 5.
So 4-on-4. We just keep it like that.
Well, they were talking about adding 5th.
Yeah,
they were talking about adding a 5th. So let's say for now it's 4-on-4.
Yeah, but it was so 4-on-4. Roman wins because this will lead into Rock being pissed that they lost. Okay, and then so Roman wins that one. Roman in the group. Congrats, they win that. Cody wins. Gunther.
This is where it gets weird.
I'll one up you. I'll say let's do it. Gunther gets screwed over and loses the title to Damian Priest. He'll fight Goldberg. Wrap it.
That's not happening at Survivor Series. Gunther and Priest is happening on Raw.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So Gunther loses the
Okay.
belt on Raw. He's gonna face Goldberg, and we never had to see that motherfucker ever again in my life. So then, just gonna put that, and then Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio for the belt, whatever. So, and he wins.
Oh my
Dominic doesn't win. Dominic doesn't win, by the way. It's Damian wins. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, but Liv Morgan wins. Nia Jax gets cashed in by Tiffany Stratton. U.S. title for the women, let's give it to Chelsea Green. Braun Breaker versus Braun Breaker versus the Jonah Whale guy, the Bronson Reed, I'm guessing.
Bronson Reed.
Breaker wins. LA Knight versus, what is it, Carmelo and Andrade for the 5th time or something?
No, they haven't even LA Knight won the crown jewel match, so both of them guys are out of contention. They have not talked about a match for LA Knight yet. They have, like, LA Knight wasn't even on SmackDown.
This is everybody getting a title match, by the way. But so LA Knight, he can take on
imagine you say who this is and it actually happens, I'd lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, let's give LA Knight fuck it, the returning Aleister Black. I don't know. Some shit. He fights the returning Aleister Black. All right. Aleister wins because we got to have a title change, another title change. Then we have Finn and JD McDonough. They get to fight the two big guys, the Brutus Bros from
American Made,
and they win. Give them the belts. Motor City versus DIY and the Street Profits. Motor City wins, DIY break up on each other. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill fight the evil witch girls, but then after they beat the witch girls, the two girls from NXT. Fighting are they fighting the NXT girls?
No, they're fighting the Japanese women. Io and
Io Shirai.
Io Sky and yeah, that one, yeah.
Okay, so they beat them anyways, but then the two NXT girls come out, so
okay.
And that's our card because we don't do the Speed Champions, I guess. So
yeah, we don't give a shit about them.
The Speed titles, I never really got the fucking point.
They're just fast.
Like
that's my card.
I actually have. Okay, so if we're gonna book Survivor Series on this wind down, I think Braun Breaker fights Seth Rollins.
I like it. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
I think it's Braun versus Seth, and I think Braun beats Seth. I think Gunther versus Goldberg. I think Cody. No, because I think Damian. Okay, let's say that if Goldberg doesn't cost Gunther the match, he spears Gunther afterwards to get to this point. So you can go either way. For this one, we'll go Gunther and Goldberg for the belt.
You don't think they would let Seth fight Goldberg for the title?
No. I don't want to see Seth ever eat a spear because he would die.
No, not just that, but I'm saying, like, would it also piss you off if you just saw Goldberg's head get stomped into the...
I would be very upset if I ever see Goldberg eat a curb stomp.
But again, it is Papa H.
So, or we go Survivor Series. Cena comes out this week on Raw after Gunther beats Damian. Goldberg spears Gunther, and then he says, "You're not next, Gunther, for me anyway, but you're next for him." And then Cena comes out, challenges Gunther, and they do like the whole two legends raising each other's hands, Cena and Gunther at Survivor Series. Just weird thing to throw Cena in there. And then JD McDonough, that fucking bobblehead, and Finn Balor I think this is where Finn Balor leaves Judgment Day.
And goes on a crazy singles run? Finally?
Goes on a crazy singles run. I think he leaves JD. And I think that Sam Shaw and is it Sam and Rowan teaming, or is it Sam and Gacy? Who's the team there?
You're talking about Dexter Loomis and Joe Gacy?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, which one are they teaming, or is it Dexter and Rowan?
I would imagine you would want to do Dexter and Gacy. Me personally, I would save Rowan for like some other stuff, but
Okay, all right. So Dexter and Gacy, we have them beat JD McDonough bobblehead and fucking Finn Balor. Balor fucking leaves Judgment Day, stomps JD's face in with a coup de grace to the back of the head, because those are always the best ones. And then you lead up Damian. I think Damian fights either Dominic if he doesn't have the belt. I think it's Damian versus Dominic Mysterio. If Damian wins, something with Mysterio, hair versus hair or something like that. Or at this point, if Damian wins, Rey Mysterio gets 5 minutes with Dominic, just because they're gonna do Dominic and Rey again. Apparently, that's the rumor mill. They're gonna have Rey Mysterio's retirement match against his son again. And then you do Rhea versus Liv, but I don't think it's just that. I think it's Liv, Rhea, Raquel in a 3-way, and you give it to Rhea. And then Tiffany's gonna cash in on Nia Jax when she fights Bayley and fucking whoever else, Naomi and all that. Unless they do a women's war games. If they do a women's war games, you do Team Nia versus Team Bayley.
And still have
Tiffany's on Nia's team, but after they lose at War Games, the cage comes up, Tiffany cashes in, fucking beats Nia Jax for the women's title, and then Ronda Rousey shows up. Ronda Rousey wants to fight Tiffy, and then it's
Ronda returning.
I don't either. She's part of AEW now, I guess, or whatever.
Well, wait, Ronda's in AEW?
She showed up on AEW on Ring of Honor, technically. She tagged up with Marina Shafir.
I did not even see a clip of that.
I've seen it on Twitter a couple days ago.
So this is recent.
Yeah, and then you do LA Knight.
Crazy.
If you don't have Andrade and Carmelo in the mix for the US title, you put LA Knight against Ethan Page. Ethan Page comes, because NXT's because they're talking about having NXT interfere with this whole Survivor Series thing.
That'd be nice.
So you do Team Raw, or you have fucking Braun Breaker, LA Knight.
So 3 War Games.
Ethan Page. No, not. We're not doing War Games. We're just doing triple threat match.
Okay.
If Braun doesn't fight Rollins, he's gonna fight fucking LA and Ethan Page. That or Ethan Page comes up and fights Gunther. Something. Ethan Page's gotta be involved. Well, no, Trick's the NXT champion. So yeah, Trick versus Carmelo. There you go. And then LA Knight versus Ethan Page. And then you get Bloodline War Games. Roman's team does win, but Solo's team jumps Roman's team. Solo goes to touch the Ulafala. The Rock comes out. The Rock stands in front of Solo. Roman gets up. Rock grabs Roman. Bam! Rock bottom. Then he turns around and Solo grabs the Ulafala. And he's just like shaking, and then he puts it on the Rock.
And after Roman's team wins, basically.
Yeah, but he's got to beat the fuck out of Roman.
Damn.
So there you go. There's Survivor Series. Dominic, this has been fun. I hope you've enjoyed having Ricky here.
Hell yeah, my guy.
Ricky's got Phasmophobia on the PlayStation, so do I. It's cross-platform. So I'm saying tomorrow we play some Phasmophobia.
Black Ops 6 also, homie. Don't forget that.
Black Ops 6 also, yeah, let's do that too.
I'm trying to think. Minecraft.
Well, he doesn't play Black Ops anymore, so.
Yeah, I don't play Black Ops.
Fortnite. Battle Pass.
You deleted that too. I have Fortnite though, so we can do that.
I deleted both Fortnite and Con. I just got
Dominic, we gotta start playing more games together because I'm tired of you saying you don't have anyone to play with. Message me. Don't message me on Discord. I do not get notifications on Discord.
Why?
I need to
It's
turn
not Skype.
I turned them off. I turned them off with fucking that Zach guy messaging me.
Nice.
Yeah, I turned them off with that guy messaging me. So I either need to turn them on. You have me on Snapchat too, son of a bitch. We have a daily streak. Message me on Snapchat. Message me on Facebook. You have literally every form of social media that I'm on.
I just thought Discord would be the best.
Well, sometimes it's not.
all because of one guy, Connor's Discord.
I turn the notifications off because of Zach. Yes, not our Zach, but Zach, whatever the fuck his last name is.
The other Zach?
Nice.
I don't know who this other Zach is. So I'm confused on that.
Be lucky.
And you don't need to know. He's not important.
So
Anyway, kind of. Anyway, this has been fun. Thank you guys for tuning in. Dominic's been done with this for a while, so we're gonna.
Ooh, sweet.
Go sweet.
Ooh,
Yes, sir.
sweet.
There we go.